They're not used corpers. No, because you know why I had to bring this thing out. It was because of the way APC have started misleading Nigerians over an election that was very successful. If you want to do things, you attack an election with objectivity.
Chifume,
yeah.
We played a video for you. There were three parties represented there.
Yes.
The Labour Party, the APC, and the PDP.
Yes.
Now, but you're saying it's the APC that is misleading Nigerians.
Look at the man at the center of that press conference.
There are three people there.
You will not be surprised. Why are you picking on that club is a club of election losers. All three of them lost the election. So they've come together because they have a common interest.
Okay,
and what they're trying to do here now is like what happened in the Bible, where two women were struggling over the ownership of a child. The one who did not own the child, asking Solomon to divide the child into two, so that the child will die. But the one who owns the child said, leave the child to live. When the child grew up, the child will know the mother. You know, what you are seeing here are bad losers, people who have lost the election conclusively.
I would say again that for your own area, I think the beauty of this all, will be if you also provide the names of those who won their stronghold. I think that would be the only way to be fair in this particular area. But you know, beyond that,
I gave you this for the whole state.
Beyond that, let's look at the claims of Mr. Nwunye, who it was widely published did not see his name on the voters' register, and even the names of his family members. What do we say to that kind of situation?
He did not want to participate in the election. He was busy running from one courtroom to the other. Let me tell you, INEC made it clear, pasted all the voters, names of people in the voters' register on the walls of each polling unit, and made an announcement that everybody should go there and check and verify whether his or her name appeared in the list. He did not do that. The opportunity was given.
I don't think that is fair. We have also heard...
He didn't go for verification. He had gone for verification. He had said he couldn't find his name.
For me, just a moment. We've also had claims of people going to the polling stations on that particular day, seeing their names pasted on the wall right there, which was still there, and going for the election, and their names are not in the register. What do we say to that kind of situation?
You can hear all sorts of things. Now, people will come out of that
because we have correspondents on the ground, and we send our correspondents to a line.
I was in Anambra State for the elections. Now, this thing you're saying that we're hearing all sorts of things.
Yes.
I saw people who went, saw their names before and came on the day of the elections and did not find their names there. What happened?
Well, you see, you are dealing with 1.7 million registered voters. I'm not saying that in a process like this, that there won't be an omission. But what we'll be talking about is the percentage of this complaint. The whole elections that took place in the 21 local government areas, the preponderance of complaint was not omission of names in the voters register. Do you understand? So I was telling people, if you want to discuss this issue, you talk about compliance. In law, there's what is called substantial compliance. People who have complained that they couldn't find their names are not up to 50 or 100 persons out of 1.74 million registered voters.
I want to tell you that you're wrong in saying that they're not up to 50 or 100 persons.
No, I'm just telling you.
Names. No. Okay, let's leave that aside. Let's come down to your local government areas. Yes. You said the local Idemili North had most of the people there, supervisors and all that, were Yoruba names. No. Now, in your local government areas, you have Ntui, Ikoroha,
they are from Cross River,
Ndeche, and Umar. Were they placed there by APGA?
No, they are not Igbo people.
How do you know they are not Igbo people?
You said they are not Igbo people. What is Ntui?
Did you relate with them?
How can I? I don't know who they are. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to analyze a problem spot to show you that it was possible something untoward happened that sabotaged the election. Jega was talking about sabotage of this election in Idemili North local government area. And I made an opening statement. I said that this election was conducted in 4,608 polling units in Anambra State. And elections were cancelled in 210 polling units. Out of these 200 polling units, 160 polling units come from Idemili North. So we can immediately localize the problem to one local government area. You understand? It wasn't a statewide thing.
You know,
and what we should do is to look at the results of the election and then analyze what happened.
We'll certainly look at the results, but there's something that we should try and stay off, and that has to do with the fueling some kind of ethnic
APC is too noisy.
Okay.
You know, if they want to be objective, they should deal with issues the way they are.
How do you react?
They cannot be condemning an election that was successful
in
4,200 polling units.
Chief Minister, just a moment here. The man who's in the eye of the storm, the INEC, the electoral officer, Mr. Okeke Chukwujeku, he's the electoral officer in charge of Idemili North local government area of Anambra State. Perhaps from the name, if we were to go by your own accusation or allegations, well, that doesn't sound as a name from someone from southwest of Nigeria. And he's the main man that INEC chairman has said messed, in the words of Atairu Jega, said messed up the entire process. So if this man messed up this entire process and he's already with the police as we speak, then doesn't that tell you that we shouldn't go into
let me tell you, it takes two to tango.
In this particular election?
It takes two to tango. If you want to use a place as an assault point, you will compromise everybody there. The other people who were to collect these materials from the EO and take to the polling to the wards, if they are not yielding to the plot, of course they will demand, give us the result sheets. You know,
but
so once you compromise, all of them were compromised.
You said it was Ngige's stronghold. You use the word stronghold.
Yes, so used to win elections.
No. If you have a stronghold means that you have an advantage. So
sure.
Doesn't that tell you that ordinarily, since that it was his stronghold, then he would have an easy win in that particular area?
He would have won. We consider the two local governments to him, Idemili North and South. If you followed what I have been saying before this election, I said he will win this election in only two local governments, Idemili North and South. These were the two local governments that he did everything for when he was governor for nearly 3 years. So he earned a cult figure in these two local governments where he comes from. And I said so, that he will win that. If you go back, you see that he won the two local governments. These were the only two local governments he won in this election that has been conducted. And because that Idemili North has a very large volume of voters, 173,000, you see those places, Ogidi 1 and 2, Ipo 1 and 2, Obosi with 65,000 registered voters. These communities are very close to Anisha. So it has a lot of markets. They have a lot of markets and a large population. So if you want to target to harness these votes fraudulently, I make a challenge even for people who want to investigate this thing. Let them go and retrieve those result sheets that were issued to Idemili North, at the eve of this election. I will tell you that if I make proofs in this manner, they may find out that those result sheets that were not seen during the election may not come back clean again. So figures must have been entered in them, but there was no way to submit them.
How come you're the only